I was in high school, I used to listen to rap music, but I don't really listen to it too much anymore because I think it's gotten a little too vulgar, and it's influencing kids, right? So, like, I got this cousin, her name's Elizabeth, she's only 8 years old, you know, and she was at the dinner table rapping some songs she heard on the radio. You know, it's real sexual. She's saying things like, you know, lick this and touch that, and have sexual intercourse like this. Well, my mom, she pulled her out into the kitchen. I thought she was in big trouble, but nope. My mom just wanted some bedroom tips.
Ew.
I wish that wasn't true. Anyway, for one thing though, it's so good for dancing. I love to dance. I'm just not very good at it. You know, I'm a bad dancer. A friend calls me up, says, let's go to a club. I say, no, let's go to a Pentecostal holiness church instead. Because bad dancing is so much more acceptable when it's inspired by God. It's not me with bad rhythm, it's the Spirit. After a prayer, instead of saying amen, I say amen. Because amen, that's grammatically awkward. And amen, that's just socially awkward. Hey, you guys watch the Discovery Channel at all? Yeah. That's right. There's a show, Planet Earth. I love it. I just think it's real special, right? Because there's so much you can learn from nature. You know, like, you mess with the baby chick, you're going to get the mama hen. Right? Or you mess with the baby cub, you're going to get the mama bear. Well, I found that my mom also gets extremely pissed off, but only when you eat the last bag of Doritos. That's also true. It's true. We got a big family, size extra large, but it's cool because we're Irish and we're just waiting for a good famine. Friends used to ask me, like, Kevin, how'd you stay so skinny? I'll be like, well, we had this box of Twinkies, but my mom ate the whole thing, so all I got left to eat is this banana. Anyway. I think it's funny, though, how obese people are sometimes compared to fruit, right? Like, a man might have an apple shape, a woman might have a pear shape. So I don't think that makes sense because apples and pears are so healthy for you. You know, I think about someone being an apple shape. You know, I think about a marathon runner who just happens to love red, crispy, delicious apples. Yeah, I think about Rosie O'Donnell and I say, forget pear shape. She's in pound cake shape. Yeah, so I'm a grad student here at Tech. All my friends have been saying, Kevin, you know, you got to be a little bit more professional now that you're in grad school. So I went out and I got this book. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Right? Yeah, it's a popular book, but it's like 350 pages long. And it took me an entire week to read. I didn't get anything else done. Yeah? You want me to be effective? Well, then how about you read the book and I'll take out the trash? Anyway, I'm excited though to start classes. I'll be back for the fall. So excited. I had a busy summer. It was tough. I worked a couple of jobs, right? During the day, I worked with a little boy, 13 years old, who had mental disabilities. And at night, I worked at a restaurant. So you guys be surprised at how similar the two jobs were. Especially when we're busy, right? Because all the servers, they're bipolar. You know, the cooks, they got Tourette's. And the guy who washes the dishes, well, he's just an asshole. And the good tip, well, that's better than Prozac. Yeah, but actually, that's where it is. Anyway, I'm trying to get into shape lately, so I've been doing some running. But the other day, I tripped over the curb, and I fell down, and I busted open my knee, right? So I had to go to the hospital. Nurse came out, she stitched me up, put a bandage on it. I had to ask her, I was like, you know, why do I need the bandage if I've got the stitches? Yeah. She said over the next couple of days, I was going to be experiencing some abnormal leakage. I said, nurse, when is leakage ever normal? Whenever I tell that joke to my friends, they think it's ridiculous because you know, man, I'm too sexual when I talk about nurses, you know. That's because nurses are sexy. You know, every guy, you know, has a fantasy about a woman dressed in a nurse's costume, correct? right? That's why puberty and physical examinations are a bad combination. When you think that childbirth is painful, well, I say try being 13 with no pants on, trying to mentally hold back a Woody as the nurse plays with the testicles. Hey, speaking of testicles, let's talk about the waitresses at Waffle House for a minute. Really, it's such a wonderful, diverse country. How come each and every Waffle House in the United States has the same 5 waitresses who work there? You know what I'm talking about? There's just something different about them. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the smell of GEDs in the air. But they're always looking for college boy love. You know, I'm a flirt, I can admit it, so I like to show my intelligence. You know, so after I'm done with my original sweet cream waffle, the waitress comes over, she says, "You want some pie?" I said, "Well, how much is pie?" She says, 99 cents. It's like, no, pie is always 3.14. There's supposed to be a bunch of undergrads. Her name's Luce, right? She lives right across the street from me. And you can see her house from my window. She thinks I'm a little too impulsive, though. Like the other day, she came over and she caught me practicing this comic routine. She said, "Kevin, I didn't know you wanted to be a stand-up comic. How long has this lasted?" I said, "About a week and a half." She said, "Okay, what about these paintings on the wall? You know, where do they come from?" "Oh, well, back in July, I was an artist for about 3 days." She said, "What about this camera and high zoom lens and all these black and white pictures of me naked in the shower?" "Oh, those are just my scrapbook." All right, guys, I got to head out, but if you thought it was funny. Alcohol, and I'll be sitting right up there.